We're live, so I'm gonna give you to explain the topic of today.
So today's topic is about 6 ways to practice self-care. So this is in line with tomorrow's half-day ladies retreat, where I'm very pleased to say we've got an incredible amount of people coming. It's the best turnout ever, which is really exciting. And the focus is around self-care. So I thought I could share something I'm going to be sharing tomorrow, which is some things that we can actually do ourselves around self-care. Are you ready for the first one?
Yes.
So number one is physical. So what can you do? And you need to choose the day and the time and the frequency and so forth. So for me, it's 5 days a week, an hour in the mountain.
For me, it's yoga.
There we go. For you, it's
Yoga
yoga.
is walking with the dog, and we would love to hear from you guys. What are you doing for this? How are you taking care of yourself?
Because it can be dance, it can be, I don't know, cleaning your house, it can be gardening. So it's any kind of physical activity, which we know is very, very important. The next one is your emotional. So what do you do for your emotional care? And that is around having compassion for yourself, because it's so easy to judge ourselves, criticize ourselves, have that kind of negative self-talk. So this is around compassion for yourself.
Which I think is super important, because a lot of time we are so hard on ourselves and so judging and so, and it's exhausting.
Yeah, no, it really is. Absolutely. The next one is your psychological. And so for something like this, a really good thing to do is journaling. So journaling where you can then reflect and you can see where you can see your patterns and what you're feeling. And it gives you the opportunity just to kind of process everything. So that is one of the things you can do.
And I'm assuming you can also maybe go to a coach or a psychologist or someone that you can actually speak and put things out there.
Yeah, you can do that as well, for sure. The next one is spiritual. And this for me ties into the Soul Circle, the monthly event that I do, because it's about creating a spiritual connection of people, which I think is super important, and having time in nature, which is something that I do daily, which I believe in. And also with the Soul Circle, it isn't Hout Bay and it is out in nature. So for me, that is what I do for a spiritual. For you?
I think it's different journeys that I do with myself. I like the card readings that sometimes I like to play with this. But I think for everyone, it's really something else. And, when you were speaking about nature, so nature necessarily mean like the way I see it, just to go for a hike. You can even sit and do a picnic in nature and get the energies out of it. You can even do wine tasting, which is in nature. I get the energy. So, you take it where it's right for you.
Yeah, no, exactly. And this is a beautiful thing about these practices. It's modifying it that it works for you. But if you don't look after yourself, no one else is going to look after you. So you need to look after yourself. That's important.
And there's a nice, like someone actually said it like a while ago. It stuck with me. There's a lot of things that you can outsource for your business, your marketing, your finance, you name it, even someone to manage your business. But there's two things you cannot. And the one of them is actually something we speak about now, which is your health. So if you're not taking care of yourself, no one else can do the business for you. So you really need to have that self-care. So would love to hear from you guys with which one of those ways you resonate. What do you do to take care of yourself?
Yeah, the next one is relationships. So these are relationships with a spouse, with a partner, with friends, with family. And I know for myself, I put a lot of value into relationships. So I will put a lot of effort into making sure that I connect and see people regularly. That's super, super, super important for me. And I don't even mind if it's me always making the initial effort to do that and to spend the time with the people, because that's really, really, really important. I get so much from people that I really love and value.
I think we all do. You cannot be by yourself. Seriously, it's not healthy. No one, like human being, are not meant to be by themselves. That's why we love communities, and that's what like COVID done. Like it emphasized more that like community is super, super, super important.
Yeah, and find your tribe, right? That's a big thing.
We always say it like, find the right supporting group. It means find your tribe. Like you cannot do anything in life without finding the right supporting group. You cannot grow on your spiritual stuff. You
Yeah.
need it for the physical stuff. You need it for all of it. And just find the right people for you that help you to find the best in you and not the worst in you.
Yeah, for sure. And then the last one is professional. And with professional, whether it's getting a mentor or whether it's having a coach, but you need some kind of support often from in your professional life, and also putting boundaries in place. Boundaries are super, super, super important, because if you don't tell people how to respect you, or you don't tell people what it is you need, they're not going to know. So when a boundary is crossed, they won't necessarily know unless you've communicated what a boundary is for you, which we all need to do.
And it's also a great way to learn for yourself. What are your boundaries? A lot of time we don't even know until someone pushes a certain spot, and then we realize, wait, they crossed the line. But there's one thing to understand it with yourself versus the second part is that you actually need to communicate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are some practices that people can do. I'm also going to post it on the Soul Circle Facebook group in preparation for tomorrow. So have an awesome weekend, everybody.
Yes, have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye.